I was born to perform signs and wonders in His name. I was born to perform miracles in His name. Jesus Lord, let's be exceedingly, abundantly, more, I was born to perform signs and wonders in His name. I was born to perform miracles in His name. Jesus Lord, let's be exceedingly, abundantly, more,
Praise the Lord. We must all give thanks to God that He's brought us together again to our broadcast. Today we continue our teaching on how to marry an alpha woman. How to marry an alpha woman, or how to marry an alpha or strong, let me put it out here, yes. How to marry an alpha or strong woman. How to marry an alpha or strong woman. Now, this is part 2 of the 3-part teachings. Started yesterday, was part 1. Today is part 2. Tomorrow I'll finish with part 3. Now, yesterday I spent time defining who an alpha woman is. So if you can go back to my site, it's also on YouTube. Go to YouTube. My name on the screen, I think so. Apostle Frank OPOKU-AMOAKO on YouTube. Either on Facebook, on YouTube. You shall find yesterday's teaching there. And you can find time to listen to it. I also put out probably a 2-3 minute clip of just a little clip of some of the things I said yesterday, also on my Facebook page, or Facebook account rather. You know, page is different from account. My account is my normal name, Frank OPOKU-AMOAKO. Then the page start with the title Apostle. The page is Apostle Frank OPOKU-AMOAKO. And on YouTube is the same name with a title in front of it, Apostle Frank OPOKU-AMOAKO. So go to YouTube, search for Apostle Frank OPOKU-AMOAKO. You'll find my YouTube channel. It's there. Yesterday's teaching is there. So yesterday was much of definition for us to know and understand who an alpha woman is. Now, on the flyer, I put out the alpha strong woman. Now, strong woman, strength or strong is just a little part of the nature of alpha woman. But for us to understand it in a common language, I use the word strong. But strong is just a little part of the nature of an alpha woman. An alpha woman is more complex than simply being a strong woman. Right? So, for the sake of those who are joining us today, let me just recap a little bit of the definition of an alpha woman. When we say a woman is an alpha woman, we also have alpha men. But in this teaching, I'm talking about alpha women and how they can get married or how they can be married. How men can marry them or how they can also make themselves get married or marriageable, whatever, if that's the right word. Because they can be very intimidating by their persona. So, what is an alpha woman? I wrote down my definitions here. An alpha woman, number one, is a powerful, usually a powerful, successful woman. An alpha woman is usually a powerful and a successful woman, an accomplished woman, a powerful, accomplished woman, often in leadership role. And alpha females are often described as intimidating by their men or fellow women. An alpha woman is usually described as very intimidating by their attitude, by their tendencies, by their nature, by their characteristics. They can be very intimidating, and those fall into category of who an alpha woman is. Again, an alpha woman is often defined as assertive, dominant, often controlling, a goal-getting person, an accomplished person, a disciplined woman, a fighter, and a woman who knows what she's about and with grit goes for it. Alpha women have grit, tenacity. They are strong, they are bold, they are not afraid, they are very knowledgeable, they are very opinionated. What it means is that they have their own opinion about anything, and they often share or bring out their opinions even when not solicited. They can never let an issue pass without offering their opinions, and usually their opinions are not negotiable. Their opinions are very strong, and usually they don't wait to be asked to offer their opinions. Once they think that something is wrong to them based on their perspective, alpha women will offer their opinions, their perspectives, and they are usually strong in their opinions. That's what we say, they're opinionated. Alpha women are also strong-willed. They are very strong-willed and what we call hard-headed. Oh, is it hot-headed? Hard-headed. Hot-headed. Well, I don't know what is the right way. So these characteristics define who an alpha woman is. An alpha woman is often defined as assertive, go-getter, who is tough, who is a decision maker, who exerts herself, who has passion, who is self-driven, bold, and self-confident. When an alpha woman decides that she wants to go for something, she would go for it, and she will make sure she gets it until she settles down. She doesn't mind pushing everybody out of the way in order to accomplish what she wants to accomplish. She doesn't mind sleeping 2 hours a day and working 22 hours a day in order to accomplish. And they have such tenacity of discipline to accomplish what they want to accomplish. And they usually know what they want. They don't wait to be told. They don't need no motivation from anybody. If motivation can't find, but they don't look out for it, but they have their own internal engine for self-motivation. These are typical characteristics of alpha women. Let me give the final definition of alpha women. They know what they want and are unafraid to advocate for themselves to achieve it. Alpha females are typically described as career-driven, physically attractive, and sexually empowered. That's interesting. Sexually empowered, physically attractive. Usually, they know how to dress. Smart, professional. The way they keep their hair, the way they walk, the way they dress. They are particular about the kind of clothing they wear. They are particular about the kind of makeup they do. They are particular about how they carry themselves. That is a career woman, an alpha woman for you. So I'm sure by now you have a picture of who an alpha woman is or what an alpha woman is. All right? Okay. One characteristic is that they can be very intimidating. And usually men who don't have the alpha nature feel very intimidated by such alpha women. And their fellow women usually talk about the fact that that woman is a tiger or a tigress. That woman is so dominant, intimidating, controlling, and such alpha women are often the subject of gossip. Gossip by their fellow women and backbiting by their fellow women because their fellow women cannot stand them. All right, so this, in brief, is the characteristics of an alpha woman. Now, our topic is how to marry one. How to marry such an alpha woman. Now, we're talking about how to marry an alpha woman because usually society tends to have quite an unpleasant and unpalatable perspective of such women. Society tends to look on such woman or such women with a little bit of disdain, a little bit of offish, kind of keep a distance with them. Society tends to not have a very, very good attraction towards such women. Usually these women will say that they don't need nobody, and usually they don't even need anybody because they, of course, everybody needs everybody. But for them, even if nobody's coming to support them, they are self-supportive, they are self-confident, they are self-achieving, they are self-motivating, they are self-driven, they are self-disciplined, they are self-confident, and they're able to get things done. And they don't wait for nobody. They don't like drama around them. They are emotionally not tied down to drama. That is such a characteristic of alpha women. So, if these attitudes, these tendencies, these characteristics are seen by men to be not so attractive for emotional marital engagement or relational engagement, how can these women get married? Now, sometimes society describes such women as if nobody can marry them or nobody should marry them because society often describes them as too much trouble, too much controlling, too much intimidating, too dominant, that they want to, if a man should marry them, the woman will dominate the men. So usually families and friends may not be so welcoming of any relationship of a man with such an alpha woman. But my question is, so if society doesn't sort of like this kind of attitude so much of women, and generally society and cultures have their own negative, or let me say low view of such women in terms of marriage, for enterprise, for achievement, for getting results, for getting things done. Yes, society will say yes, they will get it done, they'll get things done. But when it comes to settling down with them in marriage, the same society who approves their achieving, accomplishing, driven nature will cut them off from marriage relationships. So the question I ask is, so if such women are around us, and they are around us, they are in our churches, they are in our families, they are in our companies, in our offices, they are in our communities, they are everywhere. So does it mean that such women should not be married? Does it mean that because society has this negative perception of such alpha women, nobody should marry them, that they should not get married? I don't think so. I really don't think so. We must know that God created us not the same, but God created us in diversity. God didn't make all of us the same. Even in temperament, we have people who are of different temperament from others. We have the choleric, we have the sanguine, we have the melancholy, and then we have the, what's the other one? The phlegmatic, as described by social scientists. Different kind of characteristics. And yesterday I mentioned that difference does not imply better. The fact that something is different from the other doesn't make one better than the other. Difference simply means function. Something was made different from the other because of how the Creator wants them to function to fulfill their purpose. So men are different from women, not because men are better than women or women are better than men, but men are better than women. Men are different from women because of the function the Creator expects of them. So difference does not mean better. Difference simply means function. If we see things that way, I believe it will be very easy a bit easy for us to see women who are dominant, who have such strong persona in a positive light instead of the typical negative light that society tend to look at them. They are different. And I mentioned yesterday that usually those who achieve great things by virtue of being daring and out there and quick and fast and aggressive usually think that those who are not aggressive but a bit quiet, a bit reserved, a bit slow, a bit patient, they cannot accomplish anything. And then those who also accomplish great things by being quiet, reserved, relaxed, patient, slow, but they accomplish great things, think that if you are not like them, slow, quiet, patient, relaxed, that if you are giddy, you can't accomplish anything. We tend to look at each other from our own spectacles, but God doesn't. God looks at us based on the way He wired us, the way He made us, the way He designed and formed us for the particular function and purpose He wants us to accomplish. So back to the question, does it mean that because society look at alpha women in an unpleasant tone, doesn't mean that they should not get married, that I shouldn't marry them, you shouldn't marry them, or our children, our sons should not marry them, or our male friends should not marry them, or our nephews should not marry them, or our colleague men should not marry them. That if any of our sons, any of our brothers, any of our pastors, male pastors, any of our colleagues want to marry any woman who is alpha woman, who has an alpha nature, we should say no and discourage them from marrying such women. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so let's look at today's topic. How a man can marry an alpha woman. Yesterday we talked about definitions. Today we want to look at 10 things a man, 10 characteristics of a man that is required to marry an alpha woman. If you're a man and you want to marry an alpha woman, God will never say no. Even if society does not easily or readily say yes to you. Even if society does not support you to go for an alpha woman, God never says no. God never created anyone and said, I made this woman an alpha woman because I don't want any man to marry them. God never does that. God never thinks that way. Whatever God created was very good. And so the alpha woman was created by God, and that nature was given to them for a purpose that God wants them to accomplish. Much the same way as somebody who is phlegmatic and quiet and slow and reserved was also given that temperament for a purpose. Everybody can modify or transform their temperaments, but we all start from our nature. 10 things a man who wants to marry an alpha woman must do, or 10 characteristics that man must have. 10. I'm looking at, there's a lot, but I'm looking at just 10. If you are a man and you feel led, let me use the word led by God, or you feel emotionally attracted to an alpha woman, a strong woman, a career woman, a dominant woman, a leadership-driven woman, a strong-willed woman, an opinionated woman, a dominant woman, a controlling woman, a go-getter woman. If you feel led to marry or feel attracted to marry any of such, nothing stops you. The Bible doesn't stop you. God doesn't stop you. Society may talk you down, probably. Friends may tell you no. You may be advised not to do that. But if you feel that, hey, I am attracted to this woman, and I know this woman has alpha woman tendencies, alpha woman characteristics, but I still want to marry them, you are not going to be said no, told no by God. It is as you choose. But then if you want to, because the woman has quite a different characteristics as an alpha woman, you must also have certain kind of characteristics so that the two of you can get along. Else it can be a big fight, a chaotic relationship, a stormy one. If you are a man and you don't have these characteristics, if you want to marry an alpha woman, because an alpha woman usually is quite a different kind of person, usually out of the ordinary kind of person. So you must also have certain characteristics that will make it easy for you to relate to such woman. So 10 characteristics a man must have if that man wants to marry a go-getter, a dominant woman, a strong personality, a strong opinionated woman, a career woman, an accomplishing woman, an enterprising woman, a fearless, bold woman, a courageous woman. If you want to marry one, then have these characteristics. Number one, Make sure that you are truly in love with that woman. Make sure, if you are a man, today we are talking about the characteristics of a man who wants to marry an alpha woman. Tomorrow, I will talk about what an alpha woman must do to make herself easy for a man to marry her. Because if you look at the definitions and characteristics of an alpha woman, it is sometimes very intimidating to even approach them. It's scary because they have such a strong, dominant personality, controlling attitude that you could be scared of. So tomorrow, we shall look at how an alpha woman can make her good qualities and her strengths not become her liabilities, because sometimes you can have strengths, but if you don't manage your strengths very well, your strengths can become your Achilles heels, or they can become your undoing. They can become your liability. Yes, it's possible. We shall look at that tomorrow. But today, let's look at the kind of man who must have the characteristics of a man who wants to marry an alpha woman. Number one, be truly in love. Be truly in. When I say truly, spell the word truly in capital letters or uppercase. Capital T, capital R, capital U, capital L, capital Y. Be truly in love. Don't be drawn to them because they feel secure, they feel confident, and you, the man, you feel insecure. You, the man, you lack confidence, and around them, you feel confident. It's like you draw confident energy from them. You draw emotional strength from them. That you draw your courage from them. Don't marry them because of that, because they turn you on emotionally. But marry them because you truly love them. Set your heart, set your soul, and make sure that you truly, genuinely are going to marry them, not because of their substance, their money, their achievement, their accomplishment, or their persona, or their beauty, or their grit, or their entrepreneurship, or their ability and boldness. No, that could be a deception. Those women can usually get things done easily. They can get things done. They know who to go, which buttons to push to get things done. If you don't take care as a man, you may want to marry them because you see them up there, accomplished, getting things done. So you may be drawn towards them, either for physical sustenance, emotional sustenance, or financial sustenance. But that is a trap. That is a big trap. Marry them because you genuinely love them. And you have to do a deep soul searching of yourself. So even if society says no, do a deep soul searching of yourself and make sure that you as a person, you genuinely love this woman who has quite a different alpha nature. So number one, be truly in love, because the Bible says that it is love that covers a multitude of sins or weaknesses. It is your love that will give you the capacity to accommodate such a strong person, such an opinionated person, such a bold, courageous woman. It is love that can make you accommodate her. And the Bible also says that love never fails. If you have love, genuine love within you, your relationship will never fail because you have what it takes to hold this woman together with you in the marriage. So number one, make sure that you are truly in love. Number two, make sure that you are a truly tolerant man. You are a truly tolerant man. You are a truly accepting man, and you are a truly forgiving man. Because an alpha woman can trample on you sometimes, not intentionally, but it's their nature. Sometimes they know that it's not the best, but it's about them. And sometimes they can rub you in the wrong way. Sometimes they can maybe dismiss you in a wrong way. Sometimes they may trample on you in the wrong way. Sometimes they may dismiss an idea you bring in a wrong way. And if you're a man who is not very tolerant, who is very accepting, who is not very forgiving, you may be married to this woman, but you will feel trampled down upon, and you will feel unforgiving. You feel hurt all the time. You draw things in. Remember, alpha women never draw things in. And even if they do something against you and they realize it's bad, sometimes one, they don't even know that what they did was you didn't like it. Two, if they did, sometimes they immediately, if you draw their attention, they realize it, they'll quickly apologize. And the moment they apologize, they move on. The moment they admit and they apologize, they move on. They don't, no drama. Alpha women don't like emotional drama. They sincerely accept, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. Forgive me. I'll make sure I don't do it again. And it's done. It's gone. They move on. But if you are a man who don't have this tolerant attitude, forgiving attitude, accepting attitude, for weeks and for months and for probably years, you shall be drawing this in and shall be eating you away. If you are that kind of man, don't get close to an alpha woman to marry them. Number 3, don't be an emotionally driven man. Don't be an emotionally, let me use, rather make it dramatize it. Don't be an emotionally dramatic man. It's connected to point number 2. Don't be an emotionally dramatic man. What I mean is, you're a man who carries your feelings on your shoulder. Carry your feelings on your wrist. Carry your feelings on your forehead, in your face. Carry your feelings in your attitude. That the moment you feel hurt, the moment you feel let down, the moment you're unhappy, everything around you shows it. And you are withdrawn, you are quiet, you don't talk, you talk in monosyllables, and there's so much drama. It's like you, the man, that is your nature. If you are like that, either you have to work on yourself to break out of that emotionally dramatic nature and attitude and temperament and tendencies, or please don't get close to an alpha woman. Number 4, be a romantic man. And there's a reason for that. Be a romantic man. Now, when I was growing up, elementary school, probably middle school, secondary school, I thought romance was connected to only sex. So anytime I heard that someone was romantic, my mind was sexual. But when I grew up and I understood it, I realized that sex is only a little part of romance. Sex is only a little part of romance. In fact, it is romance that leads to sex, not sex that leads to romance. It is romance that leads to enjoyable sex life. So romance is everything you do to make your partner feel good of herself, feels assured, safe, secure, and restful, and comfortable around you, and helped. So helping your wife in the kitchen is romantic. Opening the door for her, door of the car for her to sit down, and opening the door for her to get up is romantic. As a man, if you are in a culture that allows it, taking the garbage and going to throw it away at the garbage bin or garbage trash can, it's romantic. In my house, my wife doesn't throw away trash. It's my job. It's my job. Washing the dishes sometimes is romantic. Preparing tea for your wife, breakfast in bed, is romantic. Calling her by certain special names is romantic. Giving her some special gifts sometimes is romantic. Appreciating her before people is romantic. Giving her a peck or a kiss is romantic. Tapping on the shoulder or your hand around her shoulder, your arm around her shoulder is romantic. Singing to her is romantic. Sitting down and watching her favorite movie or TV program, or listen to her favorite show, radio show, whatever, with her, is romantic. And all these things I mentioned, remember, there's no sex involved, but they are still romantic. For us African men, Many a time we think that romance is sex. Romance is sex. But romance is not just sex. It is all these things that we're talking about, preparing breakfast for her in bed. One day just choosing that this weekend I'll cook. Don't cook. I'll go and do the grocery shopping. I'll come. I'll do your favorite food. I'll prepare food for the family. You, the man, you do it. Say, relax. Tell your wife, relax. I'm going to do the cooking. And you cook. Now go do the shopping, cook, and call her. Food is ready. Children, let's come together and eat. It is romantic. What a great example children can learn of their father. And after doing all these things, and you go to bed, it makes your bed relationship even more exciting. So romance is not just sex. It is romance that makes sex more enjoyable. It is not sex that makes romance. Don't let us put the cart before the horse. So if you're a man, you must be romantic. And there's a reason for it. Let me just touch on it because I'll come back to it again. Alpha women appear very strong outwardly, very robust outwardly, very self-confident outwardly, very courageous outwardly, very achievers, very achieving and entrepreneurial or enterprising, self-driven, self-disciplined, with great go-getters. They look that outwardly. But deep inside them, they are human beings. They also have insecurities. On the outside, they appear as if they don't need nobody's help. They can get it done. And truly, they got things done with no help or little help. They will get it done. They will fight through. And so if you look at them only from the outside, you think they don't need any help. They are so strong within and without. No. Most time, they also have their insecurities. And they use the external characteristics to cover up their internal weaknesses, internal turmoil, internal loneliness. They feel lonely within. People talk down on them and say, this woman thinks she's like this. She thinks she's strong. She dominates everybody. She controls everybody. So people tend to distance themselves from them. And so they have loneliness within, although they never show it. They train themselves not to show it, but deep within, they have loneliness. They cry for acceptance, cry for affirmation, cry for somebody to say, you look good, you look great, we love you. They look for that. But you could be deceived to think that on the outside they don't need it. But God made them. Everybody has need for affirmation, need for acceptance, need for encouragement, need for motivation, need to be loved. Everybody has that need, even animals. How much more human beings? Even lions feel love. Watch animal movies. See how people are able to tame lions and play with them. Play with lions, not just one, a pride of lions. Play with them. These, wildlife men. Why? They train them with love from when they are little. And they grow with them and they're able to relate. How can a human being play with a lion? Well, even lions feel loved. I've seen videos where chimpanzees were so loved that as they grew up, they knew they were able to identify the people who love them and care for them, and they moved to them and they pet them. Chimpanzee animals. Look at dogs, look at cats. How much more human beings? So although the alpha woman may look steely, tough, strong, bold, lioness, tigress kind of nature, you may think they don't need love, they don't have any feeling. They do. So if you're a man and you want to marry such a woman, make sure that you are equal, you are romantic, because they cry for it. And anytime alpha women meet any man who affirms their internal needs, most of the time they don't need any external help. Externally they are fine, but internally, if they meet men who affirm them, who are there for them, who open the door for them into the car, who open the door for the house for them, who help them in little things, who encourage them, who is there for them, who decide, okay, I know you have a car, but let me drive you today, or let me come and pick you and take you to work. I just want to take care of them. Wow, really? They fall for such men. They fall for such men. So, point number 4, if you're a man, you want to marry an Alpha woman, make sure that you are truly a truly romantic man. Not the African kind of romance. I'm sorry about that. You understand what I'm talking about? Number 5, if you're a man, you want to marry an Alpha woman, make sure that you are very supportive of her dreams and vision. They are outwardly driven. They are external. They are go-getters. They are fighters. They are entrepreneurs. They are achievers. They set goals. They are disciplined. They are orderly. They are organized. They go get it done. They have dreams. They have passions. They have visions. They have goals. They have determinations. So if you're a man, you want to marry such a woman, make sure that you are the kind that will be accommodating of her dreams, her passions, and her visions. Because usually they don't make their dreams and vision play second fiddle to their relationships. It's a weakness they have. They grow and get over it over time if they meet the right man. But if you are a man who is going to slow them down in their dreams, slow them down in their vision, slow them down in their entrepreneurship, slow them down in their goals, and no, they don't have that. They don't have time for that. To them, it's like they are married to their dreams. They are married to their goals. They are married to their passions. They are married to their visions. They are married to the standard they have set, the target they have set. They are married to them. So when you come to their life as a man, be ready to support that and then use that to win them over, but not the other way around. Alpha women are not like that. I can hear somebody say, if that's the case, then let them go. Somebody just said it. If that's the case, then forget it. Well, it means that you are not a candidate for such a person. Such women are full of potential, full of so much good, full of so much greatness, full of so much ability to help us get beyond our levels, be there to push and also to go up, but it comes with a price. If you're not prepared to, then you can stay where you are, unfortunately. So be prepared to be supportive of her dreams and her visions. Number 6, be a very kind and caring man towards her shortcomings and weaknesses. Be a man who is very caring and very kind. Be a man who can offer kind words. Kind words. It's tied to being romantic, as I said. They have needs. They are deprived by society of love, of acceptance, of tolerance. Society does not accept them. Society doesn't tolerate them. Society looks down on them. Society gossip about them. Society talk negatively about them. Society made them feel that nobody should get close to them. So they have that need. They feel it. So if you're a man, be prepared to be a kind of man. You don't force it, but by your nature, you offer kind words. By nature, you're able to assure her. By nature, you're able to show care. You care for her. You're able to just go out of your own way to take care of some things for her, help her, support her, encourage her, do some errands for her, and be there for them. If you're that kind of man, you will be a great candidate for an alpha woman, and that combination is a powerful winning combination in this world. When an alpha woman meets such a man, or when such a man meets an alpha woman, the sky is the limit. Number 6, be very genuine and sincere with her. If you're a man, you want to marry an alpha woman, make sure that by nature you are a genuine person. By nature, as a man, you are a very sincere person. You are a man of integrity, where your yea is yea, your nay is nay. All other things is drama to an alpha woman, and it's a no. It won't survive. It won't work. So don't be a drama man. Today you are like this. You try to cut corners, try to be smart, and 419 here, and try to be smart, and you create insecurity. Alpha women don't have time for drama because they are so focused on what they want to accomplish. That these side issues, drama, they don't have time for it. They'll just get out immediately. I mean, they don't want it. That's an alpha woman for you. They are so absorbed, focused, their mind is full of where they want to go, how to get there, what to do, how to do it, and when to do it, that they don't have time for this kind of drama. As a man, you are playing double games, you are insecure, you are lying here and there, you are cutting corners and trying to be outsmart her, because alpha women are usually smart by themselves, so you can't easily outsmart them. If you are trying to outsmart them and being deceptive, and they are looking at you or watching you, not that they don't know, they know they're only watching you at the right time. They're only watching their clock until your time is up. So if you're a man, you want to marry an alpha woman, make sure that you are very sincere, very genuine, and very, very transparent with her. Number 8, avoid all forms of drama and deceptions. I think I've mentioned that. Avoid all forms of drama and deceptions. Don't try to deceive. Don't try to cheat on her and cover up and think. She will find out she's smart because she's an entrepreneur. She's out there in the world. She knows technology. She knows God. She's knowledgeable, very assertive. And usually, the more a woman increases in knowledge, the more a woman grows becomes learned, the more assertive they become, and the more independent they think, the more independent minded they become. So if you are a man and you think that you can be deceptive, they can use technology to track you down, and you'll be surprised how they can do it. They know how to do it. So don't bring drama and deceptions inside them. Number 9, be prepared to tolerate her boundaries. Alpha women, because they are achievers, they are go-getters, they set targets, they are entrepreneurial, they are enterprising, they are driven, they want to achieve things, they know what they want, and they know how to go for it. Usually, they have a lot of boundaries around them, boundaries around their time, boundaries around their relationship, who to relate to, who not to relate to, where to go, where not to go, what to be involved in, what not to be involved in, what to read, what not to read, what television program to watch, what not to watch, where to go, where not to go, what church to attend, what church not to attend. I mean, they are very selective, they are very choosy, they set boundaries, and they eliminate anything that will waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and not contribute to what they want to do. So if you are a man who wants to marry an alpha woman, know that such personalities of women have boundaries around their lives, and be prepared to respect their boundaries and flow with their boundaries. Reasonable boundaries, of course, but talk it over with her, relate with, get to understand her before you jump into any relationship with her. Don't let your heart jump in before your mind goes in. Let me say it again. If you are a man who wants to marry an alpha woman, don't rush into her with your emotions. Rush into her with your mind before your emotion, before your heart. Because they reason a lot. They reason. Before they will surrender their heart, they have thought it through, they have reasoned, they have checked you up, they have observed you, they have calculated, and they realize, oh, okay, all right. Now I see the thing that I want. I believe this will work, before they will surrender. So if you jump with your emotions, with your heart, with your feelings, and say, I'm in love, without any reason, and they check you and realize that, okay, you appear to be in love, but hey, come on, you are not disciplined enough. You are not genuine enough. You are not sincere enough. You are not what do you call it? Enterprising enough. You are not driven enough. They'll just forget about you. Please don't call me again. That's what they say. Don't call me again. And then they'll delete your number. Or when you call it, they don't pick it. And one day, if you continue to call, they say, please, I asked you, if you please, I asked not to call me again. Would you please mind stop calling me? Thank you. I really appreciate it if you can stop calling me. Thank you. And that is it. That is it. That is it. No, like appeal to your friend to go and talk to her and your parent. No. They have thought through very well. They have concluded they ain't gonna get into no relationship with you, no fantasy, nothing. So, and they will they won't hide, they won't pretend. They will tell you, please, can we have dinner tonight? I want us to discuss some things. Instead of so, I've observed that you're a good man, honestly, a very good man, and I believe that You are a very good human being, but I realize that we can be friends, but we cannot be in marriage. And so I've thought it through, and please, can we end it? And if you don't mind, from today, please stop calling me or stop coming to my house. And I brought all your things here, and please take it. And there's a check for you. I'm sorry about whatever. There's a little gift I want to give to you, and give you a check of maybe $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000 or $100,000, whatever that they can accomplish. And then thank you for the relationship. They will rather thank you. They will thank you, because remember, they are accomplished women. And tell you, please keep a distance. Don't call me again. And I'm all right. Please don't come to my house. Don't. I'm going to delete your number anyway. So please, if you call me, I don't pick it. It means I don't know the number. So thank you. And then they'll smile and laugh. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. They're gone. That's it. They don't have emotion for drama. Come on, they're gone, and they are truly gone. They're not going to think about it again. So did I make them? No, they thought about that before they sat down with you. That is alpha woman for you. So tolerate her boundaries. And then finally, if you want to marry an alpha woman as a man, make sure you are the type who is very complimenting. Be very complimenting, genuinely and sincerely. What do I mean? Appreciate it. Say, you're looking good today. I like this dress. Wow, I like this shoe. Wow, your dress, your hairdresser is so great. Please don't change your hairdresser. I love your hairdresser. Well, who did your nails for you? You're I really appreciate you. You're a great woman. I love you. You make me feel very good of myself. I appreciate you. And make it part of you. Not forced, not contrived, but genuine. Genuinely compliment her, because she's out there fighting tigers, fighting other male men, fighting fellow women in the workplace, in the marketplace, in the office, in government, in politics, in wherever she was. People are fighting her so hard that she never hears, thank you, we love you, we care for you, we appreciate you, you're looking great, you're looking nice. Even when they are doing so much for their companies or for their churches or for their family, whatever, and they are doing so much to help everybody, nobody comes to say thank you. So they have that need. Nobody says you're looking, this dress looks down on you, it looks nice on you. Birthday gift with sincerity, they don't have it. People are rather against them of all the things they do for people, and most of the time they are very, very volunteering. Like usually they like helping people, forming non-profit organizations to help people. They do. They help needy people. They have associations, foundations, clubs. They get involved in non-profit organizations, or they form one, and they are out there helping in sports, in medicine, in farming, in agriculture, in women, in men. They invest so much because it's their passion. They want to give back, but nobody really gives back to them. So if you're a man, you want to marry such a woman, make sure that you are the kind who is by nature a complimenting person. Say to them, I love you. You look so great. Wow, you look so good in this color. You look so great in this shoe, in this dress. This hairdo is so great. I like the color. I like your makeup. Wow. And you hold her. Let her put her head on your shoulder. They know how to cry. Sometimes you look at alpha women, you think they never cry. They cry, but they cry within. They cry quietly. But when they come out, no tears. But they have tears. God gave everybody tears. But they shed their tears quietly and privately. And if you're a man and you don't know this, you think they are so steely and gritty, they don't cry. They cry a lot, but their tears are always inside them. So be a man who is very complimenting. 10 characteristics of a man who wants to marry an alpha woman. And I realize that, especially based on my background and our background in our community, especially African community, these qualities of men don't come easily to us, because our cultures and our society tend to think that if you are a man and you have these characteristics, then you are not tough enough, you are not strong enough, you are not a man enough. But God made every one of us to have the ability to open up, to relate, to be sincere, to be genuine. So the fact that a woman is an alpha woman doesn't mean that God doesn't want them to get married God wants them to get married. If they want to marry, they are men for them. But you must be a certain kind of man to have a good, joyful, settling, peaceful, productive, loving relationship, long-lasting relationship with marriage relationship with such a woman. And pray about it, think about it, examine yourself before you make the move. But if you're able to tie knot with them and genuinely become one with them, two is better than one. And two with such women is always better than a lot, because you're able to get a lot of things done and become great people on earth. All right? So, the 10 characteristics, number 1, 10 characteristics of a man who wants to marry an alpha woman quickly. Number 1, make sure that you are truly in love with them. 2, be a man who is tolerant and accepting and forgiving. If you don't know how to forgive, you can't marry an alpha woman. Number 3, don't be an emotional man. You wear your emotions, your feelings, everything you are hurt, every time little thing you are hurt, you are down, you feel hurt, you feel disappointed. Don't go there. Number 4, be a romantic man. I explained that at length. Number 5, be a very supportive man of her dreams. Be ready to support her dreams and her vision, because it is her dreams and her vision that make her tick and run and up and going. So be ready to support, not to push her down. Don't move her away from her passions and dreams. That is the wrong way to go. It's a no-no with an alpha woman. Number 6, be a very kind, very caring man and tolerant of her weakness, because although they appear very strong outside, they have serious weaknesses within, and they need really loving men who cares to support them with their weaknesses. Number 7, be very genuine, sincere. Don't be a double tongue, double nature, deceptive kind of man. No, it don't fly. Number 8, avoid all forms of drama and deceptions. Avoid drama. You're trying to corner her, trying to trick her, trying to deceive her, trying to cheat on her and cover up and trying to play games. They don't have no time for games. Number 9, be tolerant of her boundary, because they are self-driven, achieving, accomplishing. They usually set boundaries on their time, boundaries on their relationship, boundaries on their calendar. They set boundaries because they cut off a whole lot of things and keep only that which will help them to go forward and achieve and accomplish things. So be prepared to respect their boundaries and work with them concerning that. And finally, learn how to compliment her a lot, because they fight for people, but people don't fight for them. They care for people, people don't care for them. They do things for people. Non-profit organization, volunteer for people. They give so much to help people, the needy and all that, but people don't usually care for them because people judge them by their external, strong, sometimes bossy, dominant, controlling nature. So people don't even say thank you and appreciate them. So be prepared to compliment her, her looks, her dress, her hair, her lips, her color combination, her shoes, her ring, her accomplishment, her certification, her graduation, her voice, her speech, compliment her dress, compliment her hairdo, compliment her makeup. Be the kind of man. But if you are none of these, man, my brother, no matter how much you have prayed and fasted, don't get close, because it might backfire on you. All right? Okay, so I want to believe that something I've shared today has been a blessing to you, and think about them. Go back and listen to them again. And if you're a man who has met an alpha woman, but society is talking you out of that relationship, or you are not sure, let these 10 guidelines help you evaluate yourself, pray about it, think through deeply, and see how you can go forward with it. Because if you can get such women too, a lot of burdens and problems shall be shared or getting off your shoulders, because they'll get things done with you. God bless you. My name is Pastor Frank OPOKU-AMOAKO. Before I close, let me see some of the comments that some of you brought here, if there are any. All right. Rita says, God bless you. God bless you, Rita, if you are still watching. Christodia. I know it's Christodia, Christ's own, but let me Americanize it, Christodia. God bless you too. Yeah, baby, perfect description of an alpha woman. Yeah, baby, if you are still watching, are you one? Do you fall in that category of alpha? Are you alpha? All right. Okay, your man is coming. If you don't have one already, don't be discouraged. You are a great woman. God made you so. Only have to know how to handle it and manage it. Right on. Nana Agolab say right on. ML Brew, I'm being blessed. Thank you. Christodia says, good word and an eye opener. Okay, God bless you, sir. God bless you, my brother. God bless you. God bless you, sir. Eunice says, alpha woman will help you be great. Oh, yes. If God bless you with an alpha woman, you are blessed indeed. Of course, every other woman you are blessed, but if you get an alpha woman, they will help you to be great. But you must make sure that you have these characteristics in you. If you can handle those characteristics within yourself, I'm telling you, you will be great. You go very far. You accomplish so much because two is better than one. That the scriptures shall find is true reality with such a combination. It's a powerful winning combination, a powerful, great combination if you're able to handle yourself as a man for such. Okay, God bless you. Tomorrow, I'll do the part 3, the third and the final part, and I'll be addressing alpha women, how they can also handle and manage their strong points, their strengths, their good sides in such a way that it will not intimidate men, it will not put off men, it will not cut them off, it will not make them isolate men from themselves, but it can also feel men accept them for who they are, but men will find it very comfortable to get around because you already, if you're an alpha woman, you are very intimidating. You may not be aware, but you are very intimidating, and men feel scared of you. And not even men, your fellow women feel scared of you. They feel you are going to control them, dominate them, tell them what they should do. I mean, turn them about and rule them. They are scared. But you can manage your personal strengths in such a way that your strengths don't become a liability, but they become an asset for a great marital relationship with a man who really loves you. All right? That will be our topic and discussion for tomorrow, the last part of it. God richly bless you. Very educated. God bless you. God bless you, my sister Theodora. God bless you also for watching. Okay. I end today. Tomorrow we continue with the name of Jesus being glorified, I trust, through our teachings. Okay. All right. Where do I go from here? Let me see. Okay. Bye. Love you.
I was born to perform signs and wonders in His name. I was born to